is the true genius of America. A faith in simple dreams. An insistence on small miracles. That we can say what we think, write what we think, without hearing a sudden knock on the door.
Without hearing a sudden knock on the door. Sounds
from the horse's mouth himself.
Sounds so good. It's probably true.
You would think, right?
I'll tell you what is true, though. This is true.
We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
That's definitely true. Fucking thing sucks. Mr. Fat Jew, what's going on?
Nothing, bro. I'm excited for this weekend. I'm very excited. I could realistically stay the fuck home for the rest of the week, not go to work, and still be good. You know, I kind of like that feeling.
Excellent.
But you know, I got work tomorrow.
Well, Mr. Angry Steve, welcome Juice Heads of the World to episode 11 of Uncommon Sense. We got a special treat for you guys tonight. We have Fat Jew's buddy MNOPQRSTUV will be with us, and should be fun.
Oh wow, that's crazy. We're gonna be saying that word, and they're gonna be like fucking watching our shit. AI is gonna be like, oh snap, we got fucking these people on the fucking.
Yeah, you gotta watch with the Q word.
Are you gonna get another knock on the door, Juice?
You never know. You never
Hey,
know.
how about this? Listen, we're gonna end up saying it. It's his fucking name. You know, it's not like it's gonna be hard to avoid. I'm not gonna be like, yo. Listen, I can't say your name because of these conspiracy nuts out there. Like, whatever. Listen, if they take it down, then they're just a bunch of idiots. Simple as that.
A lot of shit down. That shouldn't be. They took down my football video.
Your football video.
They take down all kinds of shit.
Did you George, your network's just taken off? So what did you have? A couple hundred views
on the football video?
Yeah,
like fucking 25.
25 views. So that means that they're checking every video.
But that of all videos,
but you triggered the AI bot because they don't have to watch everything.
It's because the person on it was talking about like how they're extending their season by a week, and like it goes against all the concussion shit, and like they care about the players' safety and health.
No, it's not about the players. It's all about more money.
That's all it's about.
Always about the money, fellas. I smoked a little too much this evening, so just bear with me.
You're not debating anybody, so we're good.
Yeah, I know, right? If I was debating somebody, I'd be in trouble. Yo, I was like a fucking deer in headlights. I was so high. I was like, wait, what?
You're like, yeah, I agree with you. What do you mean you agree with me?
I'm like, no, stop. What am I watching?
It is what it is, bro.
It's all right.
But see, now you understand why I don't like touching race, because I tend to stay away from it because, like I said, if I'm not in middle of it, I can't speak on it.
You know what I'm saying? You could play the Jewish card.
What card is that?
That everybody's anti-Semitic. Like, bro, there's people that hate Trump that say anti-Semitism went up like 80% since he took office. In the meantime, he's got Jewish grandkids. His daughter married a guy named Kushner.
For someone to tell me that Donald Trump is a fucking anti-Semitic is fucking ridiculous. Okay, the man has a Jewish son-in-law. Okay, he moved the embassy to Jerusalem. That alone tells me he fucking cares about Jews, plain and simple.
What the hell was I gonna say? Supposedly anti-Semitism is up like 800,000% in this country since 2016.
I mean, it hate me on TikTok.
Ask your boy Ethan. Maybe he's source for it.
Yeah, he probably does have a source from from CNN.com or some shit.
I was gonna say in his ass.com. Because that's where he's getting his data from, his ass.
Oh, what was I going to say?
Nobody can ever quote the truth. They always got to quote, right wing, left wing sources.
That was like the one video they took down this morning. They took a video down, but I redid it, and I didn't give a shit. I said, I don't care. I'm gonna fucking redo it. I did the exact same thing, and I stand right by that shit. I cannot stand.
Here we go. We're gonna hear about your TikTok ban next.
No, it's all right. Listen, I don't care if they fucking ban me. I don't give a shit. I got another account. I got 2 accounts ready. I don't give a fuck. I got 2 backups for this reason alone. They're gonna ban me eventually. It's just a matter of time. I'm gonna hurt somebody's feelings, and then they're gonna come after me.
I wonder if the Juice Giorgio network streams on TikTok.
Well, yeah, he takes snippets of this shit and puts it on TikTok.
Because I know we got the YouTube.
I do. I have been known to take snippets and throw them on TikTok. As a matter of fact, Angry Steve, I don't know if you saw it, but on New Year's Eve, I didn't go out at all. I stayed in. I made a video, 20 facts about 2020, and it was a special episode of What's Trending with Juice Giorgio. And what I did was, it maybe went for an hour, but I snippeted every 20 bit down to like 60 seconds and put it all on TikTok.
Nice.
It was a labor of love, but I got a lot of love for, like, I'm a TikTok nobody, but people saw my shit and liked it.
You gotta listen. You gotta be consistent. If you want numbers, you gotta be consistent. You gotta post every day, and you just gotta be consistent. And eventually, one of the videos you make, if it's a decent video that was posted the right time, go the fuck up. It's that simple. TikTok is like drugs, okay? They tease you, okay? You get on there, you make a couple videos, right? Then they throw some endorphins your way to give you fucking 20,000 views. You're like, oh shit, I'm taking off. I'm fucking TikTok famous. Your next video gets maybe 67 views, right? And then you do the same thing. You keep doing videos, and then eventually, bam, one gets fucking somewhere. And it's just like a fucking drug, man. That's what they do. They keep you fucking looking, and they keep you posting.
Angry Steve, it's like your love, bro. It's a drug.
So, whatever happened to the conspiracy theorist? That girl
our girl, the hot Montana chick?
Yeah.
I don't know. She stopped answering my text messages. So,
listen, it's April. What is it? It's April, bro. She said April, so I'm waiting all month. If nothing happens, I'm gonna be like, you motherfucker, you told me.
I'll hit her up maybe one more time. I texted her on Saturday morning. I was like, "Are you okay?" Because I haven't heard from her, and she didn't answer. So
she's probably busy, bro. She's doing that ham.
Bro, this girl, look, she legitimately builds like buildings with her bare hands in Montana.
Yeah, she's probably a badass. She fucking moves houses. She was like, "Oh yeah, I build shit." I was like, "Oh shit." I'm like, "You and me both."
Yeah, bro. She's.
I think that's cool. When I see a female swinging a hammer and do a carpentry shit, that shit is pretty cool to me. Anyway.
I bet she could swing a hammer.
Sledgehammer, baby.
She's got a couple.
Yeah, but see, that's profiling right there. Excited that the girl's swinging a hammer. Why aren't there more girls out there swinging a hammer?
All right. I'm going to mute myself for a second, and I'm going to mute Angry Steve for a second because it looks like we have a special guest.
Indeed, we do. Somebody's in the house. Podcast, we talk about common sense and just, straight up facts. And I know you're one of those people who thinks logically and has a brain on your shoulders. So I figured let's get Q in here and let's get his thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you guys even inviting me, bro.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, absolutely, bro. Your family.
Look, Simon's son is my lawyer, just so you guys know that.
Well, yes. If my son becomes a lawyer, the deal is Q is the client he takes care of, no charge.
No charge.
Hey, everybody needs a good Jewish lawyer. Everybody knows.
Absolutely.
Yes, we do.
And you know what? He's covered. In case my son does become a lawyer, he's good. You know what I'm saying?
I think he got it, bro. That kid is too smart, bro.
Kid is a freaking genius. It scares me sometimes. He's smarter than me already. Starting to make me scratch my head like, God damn, kid, fucking slow down, bro.
I got the "Are you smarter than a fifth grader" going on around here. My kid comes home, from school, asking me all these questions. I'm like, I don't know, man. I stopped doing math like 20 years ago, like that.
Oh man, shit! I got an 18-year-old, so he makes me look dumb.
So Q, tell us a little about yourself. I know your story, but nobody else does here. So I want you to just talk about who you are and where you came from.
So I'm a barber turned entrepreneur. As a community activist, I do a lot. I invest a lot. I'm a serial investor. I own a pharmacy. I own a nightclub. I own a barbershop, and I own about 8 houses. So it's just pretty much just an investor, like grounded from scratch, learned everything myself, figured it out, What else you want to say?
No, nothing, bro. Don't listen. Don't mind me. I'm too stoned.
Well, Q, tell us a little bit about your background, where you grew up, and how you grew up and stuff like that, and kind of what led you to the path of where you came to.
Well, I grew up with a single mother of 6, very influenced by bad area. Dabbled in the streets, learned the hard way, and then in the midst of end up in with a stint in incarceration. When I was incarcerated, I actually met a guy who owned 100 and something properties, and he was my bunkie, and he taught me a lot, and he actually contributed to me finding myself, as a man, and I learned who I am to become today. Started in a cell, and he motivated me. And the one thing I loved about him, he taught me, because like growing up in the hood, you're taught to be like so pro what you are. He showed me that life is not about color, it's about people, and I learned a lot. Like Simon's like, we're very close. I don't know if you guys know, Simon's my boy. Up in New York, Simon used to come to one of my businesses all the time. Me and Simon actually been out and ate dinner and hung out together, and I know his wife and I know the family, so
Nice.
He's my real friend. I call him boy. He actually gave me a Jay-Z picture that's still on my wall, and I love it to death.
That came from Matt. I was like, who could use this? I'm like, I know who can use it.
And I still got it, bro. And it ain't going nowhere, But
Damn right.
He just showed me who I'm to become, and he allowed me to understand you're not what you've done, you what you do. Your mistakes they enable you to grow, and you learn from your experiences every day, and don't use that as a crutch. And I grew from that experience.
Use that to move on and to get forward and to learn from your mistakes, right?
Yes.
Because you can't hold on to the past for too long, because it'll just eat you up alive. You got to learn from the mistakes and move on and say, how do I fix the situation? Let's stop arguing about it. Let's come up with the solution, and then we can move on with life.
Yeah, I gotta say, you be posting some funny TikToks, bro. You be having me rolling, bro, because you'll say something like, and then you go on a rant, and I'm like, look at the angry Jew, bro. It's hilarious.
I'll be honest with you. People egg me on, but I don't need much egging on, because I'm just so sick of the bullshit. Like, people need to open their fucking eyes. They need to start just fucking looking at shit. Look at the whole picture. Stop looking at shit through fucking binoculars. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And that's the problem. If you look at shit like that, you're never gonna see the whole fucking picture. People are so blind. It scares me.
Listen, you know what? I feel like a lot of the times that's what it's designed to do. It's designed for more people not to. One thing I like is a lot of people are starting to get their own platforms, and now we can actually choose. Because growing up, we only were able to see radio, so we're only able to see what are in television. Now there's different things with all the streaming. You can literally watch whatever you want. You can entertain whatever you want. There's things for everybody now. You're not forced.
Right. And I think a big problem we have nowadays is people don't engage.
Yeah.
People don't engage, and people don't call each other on the phone anymore. Me, I'm still old school. I like talking to people. I don't like talking to machines, and I would rather call somebody than text them, because I want to hear your voice. I want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. People stop doing that. People stop communicating, and it's so important to communicate, because you can write a text and it could mean 17 different fucking things.
Yes, it can.
It depends on you know what I'm saying? Like, if you say I love you just plain, and if you say it different ways and emojis and all the shit, there's so many ways to say one fucking thing. You know what I mean? But if you hear me say it, you know exactly what I was talking about.
I agree.
Listen, I don't know about you guys, but growing up, we used to keep the front door open. Somebody came, rang the doorbell. It was an exciting time. Oh, somebody's at the door. Let's go see who it is. Right?
Yeah.
Now somebody.
Now, who the fuck is at my door?
You got the 12 gauge with you.
Who's there?
Yeah. And this guy and his guns. He loved his guns, bro.
Hey, bro, that's one of the main reasons I moved down here, bro.
Listen, I want to invest in your area, bro, so I can start going down there more, bro.
Well, come down here for like a weekend or something and check it out, bro. My door's always open. You know this policy. My door's always open.
Look, I would never. I don't need an invite. I would invite it myself.
Okay, so I'm just saying, whenever you're coming, just call me, a day in advance. Just prepare me.
I definitely would do that, bro. We in Tampa, right?
Yeah, but I'm actually moving to Sun City soon. It's a bigger house, nicer area. It's a really nice area.
Where's that at?
It's actually Dade City. It's about 30 minutes north of me, I think.
Yeah. That's still Tampa?
Yeah, well, it's near Tampa.
Okay.
It's close. Everything's within half hour, 40 minutes. You know what I mean? Downtown Tampa is 40 minutes. You got St. Pete and Clearwater are both 40 minutes from Dade City, so it's pretty much close to everything. It's 40 minutes ain't shit down here.
You're more northeast.
Whatever.
Where you guys from? You guys also from Florida also?
What?
They're also from Florida also?
No, Juice and Steve are from Jersey.
You're from Jersey.
Oh, so you're my way.
Where you at?
New York.
Nice.
Yeah,
we grew up in a town about 20 miles outside of Manhattan.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, like near Newark?
About 10 miles east or west of Newark.
West of it.
Yeah.
Newark's like up in Newark. I purchased a property up in Newark. I'm actually renovating and putting it back on the market.
Oh, cool. You don't have to tell us where we're at because we're online or whatever. But
okay.
But yeah, Newark's a good area. I mean, if you're gonna invest somewhere for they say obviously buy low, sell high. So that's a good spot as any.
Newark is being completely redone from
yes,
one
it is.
to the other.
Newark, Harrison.
Yeah, I heard Harrison also.
Yeah, and they're right next to each other. Yeah.
Harrison, chances are it's being bought by like big tech or something. Somebody just wants property.
If I were to show you a picture of Harrison where the PATH train is, just 10 years ago, it's unrecognizable to what it looks like now.
Yeah,
unrecognizable. It used to be a place where you wouldn't go, and now it's a place where you want to go.
See, that's what happens with quote unquote the millennials. The millennials decide and determine the area's values. So I just follow them. Wherever they go, that's where I go.
The yuppies you're talking about?
That's everybody. It's the money, bro. It's the money.
Listen, everybody moved out of the city and moved over here to North Jersey, and every other house that's got a for sale sign sold the next day, and then there's New York license plates in the driveway because the DMV is closed.
That's crazy.
They all moved out. My neighborhood completely just changed. People sold their houses for $200,000 more than they were a year ago, and just flying off the shelf.
Now they moved to Tampa.
Well, that too.
Well, people are doing that too. People are coming down here.
But what happened is a lot of them went down, and unfortunately, no offense there, Joe, they don't like Florida, so they're moving back.
Yeah, I think it's boring down there. I'll be honest with you.
There's people that don't like Florida?
Yeah.
It's really not boring at all.
They say the craziest two places is the Bronx, New York, and Florida. They said they're the craziest places.
See, no. Florida has crazier stories because it's like country fucking back road type shit, redneck ass fucking shit. But I'm nowhere near that. You know what I mean? I'm not in fucking shitty areas. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in the greatest area, but I'm not in a fucking area where people are like chewing each other's faces off and shit. You know what I mean? I haven't seen any crazy shit, but then again, that's why I drive with 2 guns in my truck. In case any crazy shit, at least I can handle the fucking situation. I'm happy.
That's true.
I went to Miami once. I went there about a year and change ago, but my dumb ass didn't even hit the beach, bro. I was on the bars drinking and shit.
Yeah, but still, what do you call it? That place is a completely different experience. You could go to, different cities in Florida are so completely different.
Well, just go up and down A1A, and A1A goes a long way.
Yeah, it does.
Orlando is everybody with the mouse, right? Miami is, what do you call it? It's completely different, kind of like a Cuba. You know what I mean? Like with little, down there, little Havana. And what do you call it? Then you got up by Tampa. Tampa's a nice area. I like it there. And you go north.
Yeah, because you got college school. It's a college town.
Well, Miami?
No, Tampa. Tampa's got like fucking 4 colleges here. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah. It's like a very young crowd, young whatever.
That's a
But
good
then
one.
again, you also have those old ass communities where like everybody's screwing everybody, and they got the pineapples on the doors and shit. Did you know anything about that shit?
Oh yeah, the upside down pineapples.
Yup.
What does that mean?
Yo,
If
so
you're-
apparently there are communities down here. Okay, I didn't know about this till I came down here. Apparently there are communities where like you got to be 55 and older, okay, to even be in this community. And it's just essentially a bunch of fucking swingers. And if you have a upside down pineapple on your door, apparently you're down for,
yeah, you want
DTS.
to fuck.
Yeah, and apparently, and that's why Florida, I think, has the highest rate of fucking STDs in like the fucking
Yeah.
entire
All
goddamn
the
country.
All this rate of STDs in the geriatric house.
Yeah, and the geriatric house. It's phenomenal.
Upside down pineapples.
So
Yup.
as you said, Q, the
Yeah.
craziest place in the world is either the Bronx, New York, or Florida.
That's what I heard, bro. Everybody says Florida's off the chain. It's crazy.
It's crazy. Old
Yeah.
people
But the
with the
Bronx is
highest
like
rate of
this.
STDs from banging each other. You put an upside down pineapple on the porch, and then you just drive by. Oh, okay. I guess I'm getting.
I might just get a bumper sticker of that, I'll just get it upside down.
upside down
You
pineapple.
might sell them. They might sell too.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. But see, this is why I need you, bro. We gotta bounce off each other, bro. We can make a lot of money. I'm telling you.
Listen, you know my number, bro. My number ain't changed.
I know. I know.
But that's upside down pineapple. I'm like stuck on that shit. That's crazy.
Yo, when somebody told me this, I was like, "You're fucking lying." Joe, the guy I used to work with, fucking love him to death, right? He told me the story. I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here, Joe." He's like, "No, I'm fucking serious." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "It's fucking ridiculous."
That's
So I
crazy.
go up to my buddy's house.
Uh-huh.
I grew up with the childhood friend, whatever. He moved to upstate New York. I drive up there. His wife's got pineapples everywhere, like everywhere. And I'm
What?
like, "Hey, listen, let me ask you a question. I don't mean to ask this the wrong way, but you guys swingers or something?" He's like, "No, are you nuts?" I'm like, "Well, what's up with all the pineapples? Because that's like a thing." And he's like, "No, she just likes pineapples."
Yeah,
That's
right.
what he thinks.
He probably wouldn't tell you.
So I know the pineapple story.
And then one day we're driving through, like, we're driving down the main road, and of course, like, the community is on the right and left about the, with 55 and olders, and they all got these fucking carts. Man, let me tell you something. The golf carts in Florida, bro, are badass. They fucking customize these bitches, bro, to look like old Bentleys and old Rolls Royces, bro. It's insane.
Yeah, they put little mini tires on it.
I'm surprised the motherfuckers don't have spinners and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
do.
it's crazy, dude.
They do. They got the spinners on the golf
There's
cart.
an actual town, like a town where like you're required to own a fucking golf cart, and like the cars are very, you don't see cars. All you see is fucking golf carts and bars. That's all they do
In
is
South
drink,
Carolina, they
fuck,
got
and
a spot
sleep.
like
That's
that.
all they do. That's how they retire. I'm ready to fucking do this. They drink, they screw, and then they sleep. That's their daily life. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
But
I
hey,
mean,
at least they'll
what's so
die with a
bad with
fucking
that?
heart on and a smile on their face. You know what I'm saying?
But it's funny. I know your state, in Tampa was crazy the other day. You just won a Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, I went to that fucking shit, bro. It was nuts. I went to the fucking boat parade. That's what Juice and I are doing this weekend. Actually, they're having another fucking parade. I'm getting involved in that shit too.
What kind of parade?
It's a Trumparilla.
What the fuck is that?
It's in Tampa.
It's
It's
for
a boat
Tom
parade.
Brady threw the trophy to Gronk from boat to
I'll
boat.
tell you the story. In Tampa, every single year they have something called Gasparilla. It's been going on for years. It's like a story about how the pirates came to the Florida and whatever. So it's this whole thing they do with pirates and ships and the whole parade. So the mayor of fucking Tampa canceled that shit due to COVID. So somebody was like, "Oh yeah, okay, fuck you then." So they created this thing called Trumparilla, and they're creating their own fucking parade, and we're gonna have a giant party and say "fuck you" to the mayor for shutting down Gasparilla.
Yeah, and they can't cancel it because it's registered.
Right,
as
because it's
peaceful
considered a protest.
Peaceful protest.
Yes, sir. And then the after parties at Beer Can Island, we're all gonna sit and chill with the boats and drink and act like dumb rednecks. It's a good time, bro.
Listen, at the end of the day, bro, it's about enjoying life, man.
Exactly. And interacting with people and communicating and talking, and not fucking arguing over fucking thumb warriors and these people with their mouths. I swear. They act so tough. They act so tough behind these screens, but yo, come here. Say it to my face. You know me as one of those people. I would say all the shit I say on my TikTok to somebody's face and not give a fuck.
That's a fact. That's
exactly. And all of these fucking motherfuckers are fakers. I say, come on, come say it to my face. Then they fucking, all right, fuck you then.
You know, social media has given people a big forum to be whoever they want to be.
They think they're walking around with a horse cock, but meanwhile they got a fucking micro penis. It's ridiculous.
It's disgusting, but it's truth. It's the truth. You know, like I tell people all the time, man. You know, one thing I always look at life like, you know, I just work on every day just being happy. You know, just being happy. You know, and that's.
Right. And if something doesn't affect your life, then you don't get involved.
No, that's a whole fact. That's a whole fact. So, Angry Steve, how old's your kids?
I got a 6-year-old and a 10-year-old.
I got a 6-year-old too. Nice. Is it a girl?
2 girls.
Yeah, my little daughter, she's off the chain, bro. Girls they're different, bro. They're different.
Tough. Yeah,
they're tough.
They make boys look slow. They make boys look slow. Like they literally make boys look slow. Like I look at all my son's milestones. My daughter surpassed it times 10, and then some. And then she asks us things. I'm like, how do you even know that?
Yeah.
Like how? Like where did you learn this at?
And my favorite thing?
No, she'll say YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube, Google. I'm like, oh my God, this kid. You know? My son is 18, he still blows bubbles. My daughter's about to read a scientific novel. Like she's too smart. You know? No, but I definitely
love the club business, bro. Been busy?
Say it again?
The club business busy?
Yeah, they're about to allow us to go back to a nice capacity this April. So I would say like 2 weeks, we doing a big event. I'm gonna send you the flyer. I got every DJ. I put every DJ on it. I got DJ Self. I got DJ Envy. I got everybody on this damn flyer. Nice. Every DJ, bro. So we're basically kicking off the club with a lot of DJs.
Nice. You have to let me and Juice know. We're not too far away.
Listen, I can come whenever, bro. So I'm gonna tell you Simon, you know, once I say something, it's golden. I'm not one of those dicks. I'm not ever gonna be like that.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a party with Q. I can guarantee you'll have a good time.
Yeah. Matter of fact, didn't you come to the grand opening, Simon?
Fuck yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did. You was at the grand opening.
Yes, sir.
I do remember.
Just bottle after bottle after bottle after bottle.
Yeah. Nice. I do remember. That's crazy. But that's not the first. We went out a couple times together, though.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
We went out to the grand opening, and then I came another time for you. I think your son's birthday. I think it was your son's birthday, right?
That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I came with your wife that time.
Yes, I do remember that day. I remember one night. You know, we had Chris Brown in there one night. And bro,
I wasn't there. I was there for
What was he on his best behavior?
I'll be honest with you, Chris is a little dick, bro. Like he's like a little like I don't like celebrities.
You know
like,
what? Wait, I'm sorry. You said
he more than a celebrity.
You said Chris was a little what?
He's a little dick.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? To be that talented, there's got to be something wrong with you.
Yeah. See,
there's got to be something off.
Like Simon says, I like to be just with the people, bro. Because I feel like a lot of celebrities, they're like, I guess they get their ass kissed so much they expect you to do it.
Right.
And I only have you here because I'm trying to make some money off of you.
And you've met a lot of them too.
A lot.
See, I went to the club when what's his name was performing. The guy that's missing one eye. Where the fuck is that again?
Oh, Fetty Wap.
Fetty Wap. Yeah, that night I was there with my.
He's from around our parts. Angry Steve. He's from Patterson.
Yeah, he's from Patterson. Yeah,
he's not a good area at all.
He's actually a good person.
That's amazing. It makes me happy to see anybody come out of a place like Patterson and make it.
Yeah, he actually smart with his money too, man. He lives in LA now, though.
Yeah, good for him. I'm not even joking. I got lost once. I got off the wrong exit trying to pick up my cousin from a body shop, and I had to drive through Patterson. And it wasn't like I'm lucky it was light out. I'll just put it that way. And I went to school in Newark, and Newark as bad as it is, but Patterson is probably more dangerous than places in Iraq.
What about Camden?
Oh, Camden is so bad. They don't even have a police force. The state police actually patrol Patterson. I mean,
really?
Camp, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Juice, I've been around a lot of places. I can tell you the only place that ever had a problem, I had 2 places. In South Plainfield, I had a problem.
Plainfield is not good either.
I was at South Plainfield. I went into a Burger King. I walked into this Burger King with me and my cousin, and they said, "Cracker, get out of here."
What?
I'm like, "What?" They're like, "Yeah, you, Cracker, get out of here or you ain't going to leave alive."
Oh, my God.
That was in South Plainfield. And that was I just literally walked into the Burger King to order lunch. And that's what was said.
It was lunchtime?
It was lunchtime.
That's crazy.
Middle of the day.
You know something funny? A lot of people always talk about, like, the one thing I see a lot of people exploit, white people for being racist. There's as many black people as racist as whites. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes, and I'm like, my stepmother's white, you know, and I don't see, I'm not into all that shit. My sister and brothers are half white, you know, and again, it doesn't even matter if they weren't. At the end of the day, I don't understand how do you just judge a person because of a complexion?
Meanwhile, let me break that down, though. Let me break that down. If you pay attention today, nowadays, they feed off that shit. You know, like now, I don't know if you heard, but apparently, like, a piano is racist and trees are racist and sheet music is racist. Like they love the division, but what they don't understand is if you go in the street, okay, chances are, like 90% of the time, people get along. See, a lot of this shit is online because that's all it is. It's online. But if you go on the street, okay, I got plenty of black neighbors. If I go up to anyone and say, "Hi, how are you?" Blah, 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 they're not going to come at me with shit because most people in the fucking world are human. So that's why they love this division, because they want people to separate themselves and put them in boxes. I don't know if you listen to Tom McDonald. You ever heard of him, bro?
I heard of him, but I've never listened to him.
Bro, let me just tell you, it's insane. The shit he talks about. You need to start listening to a bunch of his songs. I can send you a list. Bro, he is honest. He fucking speaks facts, and you can't argue with him because everything that he's saying is fucking straight up facts. And people hate him for it. They try and cancel him all they want, but he's independent. He's got nobody controlling him. That's the greatest thing about him, is he can say what the fuck he wants, and they can't touch him.
That's when you're free.
And he let me tell you, he talks shit. You need to start listening to some of his stuff. He is talented.
Tom McDonald?
Yup, he's crazy.
This has to be over here. Hey, Tom McDonald, Fake Woke.
Fake Woke is very good. Clown World is good. I mean, the name of his songs just give it away. It's fucking great.
No, but I'm saying, so I found them, right? Because there's a couple that come up.
Let me check them out.
Yo, it's crazy.
The fake woke, I wonder what that is all about.
Fake Woke, he's got one called Clown World. He's got one called People Are Stupid. Why are people so stupid? Like, he just, and everything he talks about is just straight facts. I love it. I got my son singing along to his songs, and I love it.
I have to check him out.
Yeah, he's talented.
But you know, like society, they want that division, like you said. They want it, you know, and then we buy into the dumb shit. We buy into it too, you know. And so I thank God. Like, one thing I loved about you always, bro, like his son. I was his son's barber in New York, and you know, his son would be the only little white kid in my shop, you know, and it was so dope because Sam didn't give a fuck. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. Like, he doesn't care.
Because I grew up around all of that shit. My mother, I don't know if you've ever met I'm sure you met my mother, no?
Yeah.
My mother just raised me to just be a decent human being. You don't look at color. You don't look. See, the problem with nowadays is, and this is what I was going to say earlier. At a young age, they teach young black kids that white man bad and he's out to get you and he's going to hold you back. Yep. If you grow up hearing this shit over and over and over again, if you go to schools and teach little black kids about white privilege, they're going to grow up thinking that they're never going to get ahead because there's always going to be something that's going to be tearing them down.
Agreed.
How can you grow from that? You know what I'm
Agreed.
saying? If you have somebody constantly in your ear telling you you're not going to succeed because this and that and this one's keeping you down, but meanwhile, you got plenty of people who make it. You just have to have the mentality of, I want to get out of this situation and fuck all of this bullshit. Let me better my life.
Agreed. 100%.
And
100%.
as I said in my last show, in Atlantic City, New Jersey, they are hurting so bad for people to come back to work. They're paying people $50 just to apply, just to show up and fill out the application. They're paying people $50, and they can't get anybody to show up.
In Atlantic City.
In Atlantic City.
Yeah, because they're getting money from the government's
Unemployment.
giving them money.
Yeah. The government's giving them all the money, the $600 extra and everything else, and people won't go back to work.
But this is what they want. They want the collapse of small business, and they want to create lazy people. That is what they want. They want laziness, so that if you're lazy and you do what we tell you, you'll be fine. And people are falling for this bullshit, and they're like, oh, okay, let me just be lazy and fucking wear my mask and take my vaccine and do everything they fucking want me to do. It's like, get the fuck off my back already.
Yeah. I remember that the one lady was like, it's unconstitutional to force people to take vaccines. Somebody can't fly unless they take a vaccine shot. And she was saying it's unconstitutional. She was like, it's not right.
Yeah, you can't take a cruise if you're not vaccinated. That's not that,
Yeah, hold on? Did you hear about this story? Now, this is legit, okay? There were people on a fucking island. There was a hurricane coming through, okay? And the cruise ship went there and said, if you're not vaccinated, you can't come on the ship. So they left people who weren't fucking vaccinated to fucking just to die because you weren't vaccinated, so you can't come on the ship.
Yeah,
what kind of bullshit is that?
Royal Caribbean and Carnival Cruise Lines.
That is disgusting.
Mandatory.
That makes you a sick individual. If you are willing to fucking kill people because they're not vaccinated, are you fucking for something that has a 99.98 survival fucking rate? Fuck you.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah. And they call us fucking Nazis. I've been called a Jewish Nazi, bro. How the fuck does that make any sense?
That don't even make
sense. Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. They are literally stepping on our Constitution and just one by one checking it off and saying, let's gotta get rid of this one, gotta get rid of this one, because you keep taking away people's freedoms, they're gonna end up being fucking slaves again.
Agreed.
Simple as that.
Agreed. It's funny. The other day we were having a conversation, and I was like, I said, even like a lot of the successful whites, they only care about whites when it's election time too. And I was like, so don't, I hear black people, they be like, because white people got it. I'm like, no, not all white people got it easy. Don't say that. I've traveled to middle of America. I've traveled in the South. I've traveled Midwest. I've traveled North. And I've seen white struggle just like black struggle, man. And it's sad. You have single mothers that's white. You have single mothers that's black. I'm like, it's very similar struggles. I'm like, when you talk about the elite, of course, it sounds like all white people are good, but I'm like, no.
No, but that's just because there's so much more of them. You know what I'm saying? But there are plenty of black billionaires out there. You can't argue that there aren't.
Yeah, there are.
Well, I think there's people from every race that have it bad, and people from every race that are very successful. And
exactly.
Not every, like, you have people like LeBron thinking that he represents every person that's black when he speaks, and it's just a slap in the face to me of an entire race. When he so-called speaks on behalf of black people. Who the fuck is he to say, that would be like me saying I'm speaking on behalf of all Italian people or all white people.
I mean, he made it. Congratulations, you made it, dude. That's awesome, right? Be happy that you made it.
Yeah.
See, my whole thing with that shit, is that you are paid to play ball. It's like actors. You're paid to act. Yes. Okay? You're sitting here talking about this privilege, that privilege, while you're sitting in your $50 million house on your fucking $1,000 phone with your fucking millions and shut the fuck up. Okay, that's my whole thing. You're paid to do a job, do your job, and shut the fuck up. Okay, let people who are actually experiencing the shit you're talking about speak on it.
Yeah, because he doesn't understand struggle anymore. He's been he's been removed. LeBron has been in the NBA about 18 years. He's been removed from poverty. I would even say before even in high school.
He was getting something in high school. He was getting paid in high school.
So he's been removed a long time.
So he's you got to figure he's 36. So he's been rich for more than half his life now. Rich or wealthy, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Definitely true. You know, like you said, that he does. Who gave him the right to speak on behalf of every black?
Yeah.
You know, and I agree with that statement. Even like me, like a lot of people don't like me because I say I didn't dislike Trump that much.
There's nothing wrong with
That's a funny way to put it. I didn't dislike him that
like,
much.
You know what it is? Because it's like they were trying to force me to not like him.
Right, and that they were very good at it too.
But I kept saying I don't dislike him the way you want me to, and I'm like I just don't see it. And my reason in being is because I think Trump's been who he's been his whole life.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? Why do you want him to change? He's always been who he is. It's like, you know who you were getting. Like, that's like, you know who you're getting in bed with. And now you're talking about you didn't know. Like, Trump did not just come out of nowhere. Like, I don't know Bernie Sanders. I've never heard of him until election. But I've heard of Trump my whole fucking life.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, plus he was all over the city and family too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like,
and what's funny to me is that so many people looked up to him as the person they wanted to be, and then as soon as he ran, and as soon as all the fucking media
you gotta
came
keep in
out,
mind too, it's not that he ran; it's that he ran as a Republican. That's when he became. If he ran as a Democrat and did everything exactly the same, he'd be on his side 100%.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I like the way he did it. I'll be honest with you. I felt like, he did it his way. He always did it his way. And he continued to do things his way.
He ran it like a business.
Exactly.
He's not the typical politician, and that's what they hate about him. They hate him because he is a businessman.
Because they couldn't control him. It's that simple. Every single politician has somebody that they owe something to. This man owed nobody nothing. He didn't have to answer to shit. Look at this fucking old mumbly, stumbly asshole that we got. This motherfucker is being played like a fucking flute.
I don't even like him. Even if you look at what he's done as far as like prisons, like for instance, like my theory is like right now we're all seeing like Jersey is legal with marijuana.
So New York now.
Yeah, New York also. And my issue is like you have motherfuckers behind bars doing their rest of their life for legal weed now, bro. It's like what the fuck? Like this thing has to go retroactive and let these people come home.
They're expunging and they're dropping a lot of the cases. I mean, look, the bottom line is that it's legal up to 6 ounces or 3 ounces or something, right?
That's still crazy to me, bro. That's a lot of fucking weed.
It's a lot of weed.
So, right, but I mean, if you got caught trafficking a pound of weed, you're still going to be in jail now or then. So you got to look at what the crime is. But I don't really think anybody went to jail for a dime bag.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I'm not gonna exaggerate that. I still just feel like at the end of the day, like, listen, when you come from an area where people are like they don't see hope, they're gonna make more dumbass decisions. And then we like to say the word is what's the word? It's basically fix. We basically is another word for fix. It's like they say corrections, Department of Corrections. They're not correcting those people.
No.
Right. If anything,
that's a business too.
Yeah. But they're getting better. Like you're around people that are better at being criminals than you were.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like,
right. And like I said this earlier, I say you hang out with certain type of people, you're gonna turn into those type of people. It's that simple.
Yes, it's the truth.
And there's people that went into jail for something stupid and come out knowing how to, be a criminal mastermind.
Right.
It's funny because I'm the black guy. Like, if you said something like black, if you said like, because I feel like black people this, I'm the guy that don't take offense. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm the kind of guy that maybe that's what you see. If I voice my opinion about what I see, white America, how can a white guy get mad if that's what I see?
Right.
I can't generalize it. I can say from my perspective of what I see.
Right.
So if you say an opinion about blacks, I wouldn't get upset. I just wouldn't. Like, I feel like people they're just too hyper fucking sensitive. It's like it's not that serious.
Right.
It's
See,
not that serious.
I'll tell you what I was watching. I was watching Don Rickles the other night. I'm sure you guys know who Don Rickles
Oh yeah,
is.
absolutely.
That motherfucker was hysterical for the reason that he made fun of everybody.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying? And you didn't get mad.
Right,
because it was fucking jokes.
Casino too.
It's like
people are too sensitive nowadays.
Sensitive.
People need safe space. People are a bunch of pussies. People need to fucking be able to handle words and say, okay, fuck you. I don't give a shit what you think about me. I know who the fuck I am. Fuck your opinion. It means nothing to me. And then these people call me names. I'm like, I call myself a fat Jew. If that doesn't tell you that I'm not pissed at your
fucking sense of humor, goddammit.
You don't give a shit.
They don't have it though. They don't have it. I remember one time a white guy said, I got a homeboy, right? He owns a pharmacy. He's actually Italian. He said, Q, no lie. Usually the best dressed black guy in the room is usually the brokest. Because he's white, black people will get upset. But from his perspective of what he's seen, it could be what he saw. I don't think that's racist at all. Like that's how he feels.
The other night, the fat Jew was having a debate with a liberal kid, and in the chat, he had some trolls in there, and they were trying to say that stereotypes are racist, and maybe some stereotypes could be racist to a certain degree, but stereotypes wouldn't exist unless there's a hint of truth to them.
Right.
I agree.
Right.
So they say a Jew is cheap. We know there's some truth to that shit.
Yes, absolutely. They say they like change. My son goes around the fucking house collecting goddamn change from under the couch cushions. So I swear to God. Because I think it had
a black guy say it, am I racist?
No, not at all.
So if a white guy say, if a white guy says that, let's say if you grew up in a black area and predominantly the black guys that you saw didn't take care of their children. If you said a statement like a lot of black guys from what I've seen didn't take care of their children. Are you wrong for that statement?
Absolutely not.
If that's what you saw.
Right. But that's what you experienced.
That's why I like what you said, because you said LeBron doesn't have a right to speak from the whole culture, but when you speak, you got to say from what you saw.
Exactly.
And that could be what you've seen.
By the way,
experiencing any of that shit. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
You could be dark skinned and be from like the Caribbean. You may not even be African American. You know what? And then there's actual Africans in the year 2021 that think it's offensive when someone who's like a 10th generation American says that they're African American. They're like, no, you're not. You're American American.
Yeah.
So
now, him saying that's a fact. I've seen it myself.
I don't even say I'm Italian because my great grandparents came here from Italy. So to me, I'm just American. That's all. You could call me white, whatever, but a Caucasian, whatever, however you want to classify.
You'd be an American with Italian.
You're a fucking honky, okay?
So Angry Steve, you'll appreciate this. I was in Cancun with a friend we have, and he's going around. We're talking to these hot chicks from the UK on the beach. This is like 10 years ago. It's not recent, but it was when the Jersey Shore was popular. And he's telling people like, yeah, we're Italian. And I'm like, dude, you can't go to an international beach and tell chicks from Europe you're Italian because they're going to think you're saying you're from Italy.
Right. And then they're going to start talking to you in fucking Italian. You're going to be like,
yeah. It's like just because we go around saying, and I try to not say that. I try to always identify as American first.
That's what I love about me is like, no matter what, I'm still going to be Jewish. You know what I mean? Like,
there's no way of getting away from it.
Exactly. And my name is fucking just give it all away. You know what I mean? Like there's no escaping that. My look, I can maybe get away with Irish. As soon as I say my last name, it's over.
Yo, don't Simon remind you of Seth Rogen?
He was heavier, no?
It's not about the heavy. It's the way you talk. The shit you say.
Your mannerisms.
Yes.
Could be. I don't see it.
If Seth Rogen saw your TikTok, he'd hate you, Jew.
Yes, he would.
Oh, probably. He's a fucking liberal dickhead.
You know what I love the most, too, aside from people like LeBron speaking for all black people? I love celebrities that were born in Canada, grew up in Canada, come to America and make it here and shit on people like Trump. They shit on our politics when it doesn't go the way of people like Judd Apatow, who's another asshole liberal jerk off that brought up Seth Rogen and into show business or whatever. When I hear foreigners talk American politics, just shut your fucking mouth.
Stay out of it.
See, Canada. I
Yeah,
don't want to play this shit.
See, I was a big Seth Rogen fan until he opened his mouth.
Right. No, I won't support any of his work.
No,
Right. That's the same thing I felt about Robert De Niro, about all them ones. Like,
You know what it is? They're in a world where they have to quote unquote be politically correct or they won't get work. So they got to be conscious of whatever they say. It's like they don't have a right to say how they really feel. Like even like when we were growing up, if they used to use the word, don't disrespect to anybody, but they used to use the word faggot.
Oh,
Now you say that shit.
I still use that word.
They're boycotting you.
I've said this many times. I've said if Eminem came out today, they would cancel him quicker than fucking anybody, because that's all he did back then.
Hey,
that's
what he used to say faggot a lot too.
He pushed boundaries. He said, "Suck my dick, you faggot," and fucking got away with it. And nowadays, you can't say shit. You say he instead of her, and you fucking get somebody fucking gonna kick your ass.
See, the problem is they took it too far. They didn't really want equality. They wanted to reverse the way it was against whoever the majority was back in the day.
I agree.
That's what they want to do. It's not about equality at all. Because if they really were about equality, it's already equalized, in my opinion. But they want to make, if you were, let's just say whites were the majority, now they want to treat whites like the way blacks were treated in the 1950s in like Alabama. That's, to me, that's what I think their end game is.
Shit, we've been having a lot of Asians attacked up here because of the COVID.
Yeah,
and it's been everything. It's been like whites attacking them. It's been blacks attacking them. It's been Asians attacking them. It's been everybody. Like it's like crazy. And I'm like, ridiculous. I'm like, blacks been going through that for years. Like that's nothing. Like fight back. What the fuck?
I couldn't believe there's a 65-year-old lady, right, that got curb stomped, right, in New York. Got curb stomped. 65-year-old lady kicked in the chest, then he stomped on her head.
We're in New York.
The sickest attack I've ever seen.
You know the one thing I wish the news would stop doing? When they speak, like they shouldn't say a black man, a white man, a Spanish man.
Right. They should just say
a fucking person did it.
Well, if the perpetrator is white, they always say a white man did it.
Yeah, but it's like, but what it is now as a white male, it's like, what the fuck? Like I didn't do that shit.
And if a perpetrator is non-white, they just say a person did it. For example,
a lot of times they won't even report on a lot of this stuff as big as the other stuff.
I'll give you a quick example. The van in Virginia that had that Lieutenant Army guy in it.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's seen the story by now, right?
I haven't. I've heard about it, but I honestly
don't
even know.
There were two cops. One was white, one was Hispanic, and the guy in the car was half black, half Hispanic. So he just harped on the cop that was white that had the body cam on. The other cop that was in the video of the body cam footage was actually Hispanic, and none of the news outlets would say what his name was, but they all reported on the name of the white cop.
Wait, but this goes back to George Zimmerman. When George Zimmerman shot Trayvon Martin, the news incorrectly reported it as a white man shoots another black
right, because Zimmerman sounds like a white Jew or something. It doesn't sound like
right, George Zimmerman. Right? So then they found out that he was of I think Mexican descent.
Yeah, he had some Spanish in
him, something along those lines, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the news
the bottom line is he wasn't white.
Right.
But that's the thing. Listen, we're humans doing shit against humans. That's what it is. It's not, you're a black man, white man, yellow man, purple man. You're a fucking asshole. It doesn't matter what color you are. If you're a prick, you're a prick. If you're a fucking murderous piece of shit, it don't matter what color you are. That's just you as a person. We gotta stop putting people in boxes, and I can't stand this shit.
Well, it's just gonna get worse. I mean, the more you say it's got to stop, the more it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. It's funny because the guy I own a club with, he's Pakistani. So he asked me the other day, there's a lady that actually just killed a black kid. Well, he's half black, half white, to be honest with you. His mother's white, his dad is black. And she said that she thought she had the taser. She thought it was a taser, but it was a gun. She shot him one single shot.
Oh, yeah.
That video I saw.
Yeah, I saw it
And
too.
then he took off, and she says, "Oh shit, I shot him."
Yeah.
That I
Yeah.
saw.
Like a part of me does say that maybe she really did because
She was
the
yelling. She yelled, "Taser, taser, taser!" before
yeah.
she fucking pulled the trigger. She must have thought she had her taser in her hand. Honestly, I mean, in a fucking situation when you got two things on your side, you grab something. I'm not going to judge that one because I don't know the whole story, but it sounded the way she sounded, the way she said it. It sounded like it was an honest mistake. Like not honest, but it was a
To me,
fucking
I'm gonna be
mistake.
honest with you. I felt the same way a little after I listened to the video. I truly thought like, yo, she really didn't know that she
Because
had
she
the gun.
said, "Oh
Right.
shit,
She said,
Listen,
okay, I shot him.
shot
here is
him."
the
Yeah,
problem.
Yep.
This is a training problem. This is a police problem. You literally take the rejects that didn't go anywhere else
Yeah.
and they go to the police academy. They take, 8 or 16 weeks of what do you call it, instruction, and then they're a police officer. And it's as simple as that to get a job as a cop.
Well,
But
I got
you know something? How do you recreate a person feeling like their life is in danger? I don't give a shit what game you play. You know you're not gonna die. So
right,
simulation cannot remimic me feeling like I'm really about to die.
right.
And that's the one thing keep saying. You're not a professional based on some cops have never even discharged their firearm,
Yep.
so they
Yeah.
don't know what the fuck they would or wouldn't do being in a situation like that. They don't know. They tell you I will shoot. Some of them might hide in the car.
Right.
You know
And a
they
lot
never.
of and people are different. That's another thing.
Yes,
People react different. You can have people that have fucking nerves of steel that can take shit. And then you have people that are fucking nervous and are scared of fucking bugs. You know what I
yes
mean?
they
It's
are.
just the way fucking people are. People are different. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
just the whole just throwing a race on it, I think doesn't help the situation at all. It makes
it
it worse.
don't. It actually draws more of a wedge amongst
Right.
the people. Like this is
Right.
America. America is built off of different cultures, and it's just what it is. And again, if you have a right, if that's what you choose to only want to live with your own, and there are communities for everybody. And that's reality. If a black person wants to be with only blacks, he can go to his areas, and whites can do the same. But at the
they
same time,
even got farmersonly.com. If you're a farmer and you only
yeah,
want to be with the farm.
yeah. So it's like realistically, like you can, it's your right. But what I'm saying is, even if that's your right to live with your own and breed with your own, then you don't look at it like if somebody deviates from what you think is normal, you shouldn't judge them because
Right.
that's what makes that person happy.
Right.
Like come on, like that's their life, your life, and like God bless you.
So the one thing I did want to point out about all these cop incidents with that BLM gets involved in and whatever,
Yeah,
at least they all have one thing in common, all these incidents. The people are always not they're never obeying the police and they're always resisting arrest. If they just did what the cops said, whether the cops are reasonable or not, for like pulling them over or interacting.
Like I said, 9 times out of 10, if you come with respect, chances are you'll get it back. Now, I'm not going to say that every time you won't get it back because I've got pulled over by dickheads too, but I still had the respect and I didn't fucking raise my voice. I didn't act like a dickhead and I didn't get fucking arrested. If you
No,
talk
no,
shit to
but
a
listen,
cop,
here's where I'm gonna stick up for the situation and spin it a different way. I've seen plenty of videos where there was a black guy and his girlfriend in the car. They get pulled over. Okay, cop comes up to the car, asks them for license, registration, and insurance. So where do you keep your license? In your wallet. Where do you keep your wallet? In your jacket pocket. He goes in his jacket pocket to get his wallet. They shoot him dead.
listen, I'm not saying that there haven't been incidents that were fucking racist as hell. That's not what I'm saying.
but you know what it is though, Sal, and Juice and a lot of the times you have people policing areas they're not used to. If you take me, right, and you put me in the middle of redneck America and I'm a cop, if I don't have the experience, I'm going to be a little intimidated also. So it can be the same to them. Like you take a guy, he's never been in a bad environment. Yes, he grew in with more so Caucasians. He doesn't know any better. Like he
Right.
doesn't know. All his only outlook on black people is what he's seen on TV, in the news. And the sad part is the news and TV paints a bad picture of a lot of people.
Right.
know?
Yeah.
And
But
I
shit, when you
Again,
once you mention like down south whites, automatically people assume that they're sleeping with their own cousins,
it's
and they
it's
all chew tobacco and shit. You know, it's like, come on, that's not
Yeah.
all of them.
nah.
You know, but
it's
that's
just some
how
of them.
But it's a police problem. It really is a police problem.
you ever seen real
Well, again,
pictures of Africa?
What?
You ever seen like real pictures of how Africa looks?
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
very developed. But
yeah,
when I was growing up in the books, they made Africa look like they live in mud huts and teepees.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, it's like, come on. You know?
It's how Africa was in like the 1800s when the U.S.
Yes.
was nothing in the 1800s.
Yes.
South Africa is one of the most developed areas in the world.
Yes. See, that's what it is. It's just more so having experience in teaching. You know, that's
Yeah.
all it is. It's just opening people's minds and their eyes to see more.
Yes.
Right.
You know?
Right, and I think it doesn't belong in the classroom. Like you can't bring fucking you can't start saying okay in between kindergarten and fourth grade you can't start saying colors. Like you can't do that at a
It's too
young
soon.
age.
It's
You know
too
what I'm
soon.
saying? And they're pushing they push shit like that, and it's the worst thing you can do
I agree.
because
Because kids don't see it.
it
They don't see color.
automatically right
They don't see it. And then they're immature enough to not understand it. So
right
it's just like people come in all shades. And that's that. You know, like my daughter's school, she goes to a private school. Her school is very diverse. It's very, very diverse. You have Spanish, you have blacks, you have whites, you have everything in the school. My daughter, her friends look like a damn colorful rainbow of people.
right
She has an Asian friend. She has a white friend. And she gets invited to their parties, and I love it because this is the real world. And
right
I tell her, like, look, she's mentioned me to me. She's like, one time she asked me, one of her friends, she said she's a lot darker than me. And I told her, people come in different colors. And I said, what you judge is the color. I said, one color that's always the same is the color of a person's heart. And that's all that matters. And that's how you teach children. You teach them love. You teach them
right.
respect. You
That's
teach
like
them, you know,
my boy Avi, okay, he's darker than you. Okay, he was living down here, and that's who I came down here to live with while I was getting shit set up. But on the way down, while we were driving down here, my son says to me, and this made me so fucking happy. He says, "Papa, how long are we gonna have to live in Florida to get as tan as Avi?" When he said that to me, that proved to me that I'm doing the fucking right.
he
I'm
doesn't
doing the right
see.
job
I could have been
because he
told you that,
doesn't
bro.
see it.
He doesn't see it, bro.
Yeah.
Your son don't care about that stuff.
Because I put him in the situations where he didn't have to separate people. That's why I brought him to your barbershop.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want him to see that it was a black barbershop. Get
But
the fuck
isn't your wife's niece half black?
Mm-hmm.
So it's
That
like
too.
people don't listen, you can hate. Let's say if I didn't want my son to date a white girl. God has a sense of humor. Fuck around, my son's gonna bring home a white girl. And then he's even more funny than my daughter bring home a white guy too. It's like that's you never know. And they might rebel just because you told them. Now they're going to college. These kids are going to
Right.
college. So they get more experiences with different coaches. So it's
Yep.
like they have more experience than the average Joe. And now they're like, yo, wait, you told me black people are this way, but they aren't. Or you told me that white people are this way, and they aren't. So they're getting their own experience and they're getting their own interpretation of what people are.
You know, people are just people, right? And you have good
Yep.
people and you have bad people. There's plenty of bad people out there.
Oh my God, you're right.
Every color, creed, and religion.
Yep.
Just
It
a
don't
matter of just
matter.
respecting people and just being appreciative that at the end of the day, I just want my kid to see and know what love is, and teach him how to love and how to respect people.
Yeah, and I heard that there's a lot of crime going on in the city, man. Like
What
bad
is
crime.
off the chain in the city right now is crazy.
Yeah,
Dude,
probably-
they
it's
beat up
probably-
Rick Moranis. Honey, I Shrunk
It's
the
probably
Kids.
getting up there as bad as the fucking 80s. When was it really bad?
Yeah, the crack
Yeah.
era.
Everything's boarded up and shit. People are fucking living and shitting in the street now. It's fucking ridiculous. And now Cuomo, this fucking piece of shit motherfucker who got 10 women came forward. At this point, it's probably like 15.
15.
And he still has to step down, that fucking piece
Yeah.
of shit.
Look, I had a lady get mad at me in my shop because I told her I don't respect them for running up in these stores and ripping these people merchandise.
Right.
So they goes, At the end of the day, they took a life. They took merchandise. I said, but you're fucking stealing. So you're basically saying it's okay to steal.
Right.
Like that. The people that got okay. If I own Macy's, Macy's had nothing to do with Trayvon Martin getting killed. So it's like, come on. Foot Locker had nothing to do with. Come on, that's like this is ridiculous. Like, come on.
Right
We're
now,
talking
you're
about
just
a person.
And the worst
using
part
it
is
as
they
an
run the
excuse.
businesses.
It's
They run the
ridiculous.
businesses in their own towns.
Right.
So now they don't have anything.
Yeah.
Well, did you see the owner of Foot Locker came out this week and is donating $100 million for racial equity and BLM and all that stuff?
That's cool.
In the meantime, when they're about to get mobbed again.
Yeah, but where do you think?
See, I heard BLM is actually owned by 2 Caucasian women.
No, it's actually the chick who fucking started it is a trained Marxist, okay? And she just purchased a fucking like $3-point-something million worth of property.
No, three properties.
Right, right. Altogether valued at like 3.7 million.
She started off. One is in like Beverly Hills.
Yeah, she started off with nothing, and all these contributions came in. And then she was like, fuck the movement. Let me just buy myself a couple cribs.
Dude, the Atlanta one has an airplane runway.
Yep, it's got a hangar on the runway.
And like a small hangar to repair airplanes.
She's
definitely helping the black community.
Black. She's blacker than you, bro.
You know something? I'll be honest with you. The people that we give platforms to are the people that definitely don't give a hell. They're good at pretending. They utilize the platform for all the wrong reasons. And we give these people these platforms. And yet and still, it could have started off with the right mission. But once money
I was always for what it stood for. Okay, but everything they did in the street was ass backwards.
It was.
My biggest pushback with them, other than if you go to their site, they're a Marxist group. There's nothing on their agenda about Black Lives Mattering. That's number one. And number two, then they say it's racist if you say all lives matter.
I don't think so. I think it's all lives do matter.
We have a special guest appearance on the podcast over here.
There you go.
Oh shit! Damn.
Did you ever?
It's so fucking dark. I was like, holy shit! I can't see anything. It's just a shadow.
But it is you definitely right. Look, it's just like nowadays. It's just like damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Right.
And look, me as a black man, I see both sides of the spectrum. I did grow up in a bad neighborhood. I live in a better area now. People have called me a sellout. You know what I'm saying?
But my whole thing is, I don't think you need to say Black Lives Matter. If you don't inherently believe Black Lives Matter and Orange Lives Matter and Purple Lives Matter, then there's a problem. You should think Black Lives Matters. And I'm single, so I'm on some of the sites, and girls put like white liberal girls will put BLM in their profile, and I swipe left because I'm like, you don't even know what you're standing for. I bet you've never went on their website. I bet you never read their Marxist horse shit. And you shouldn't have to tell me that Black Lives Matter. If I don't believe Black Lives Matter, then there's something wrong with me.
Of course.
Without you shoving a slogan down my face.
One thing I did like about New York, though, I know with the protesting, as many black people you seen out there as you seen as many white people out there too. Yeah, and they were marching together,
in New York.
And I loved it. But this is what I'm saying. Like, you got the millennials, they're interacting more. Like, for instance, let's say if you grew up in the 80s and you lived in, let's say, a predominantly Caucasian area in Long Island, chances are you stayed only in that area for the most part. These kids now are going to college more. These kids are having more experience and more interacting with different cultures. So these kids don't think the way their parents and their grandparents thought. So it's not the same. So these kids are like, wait, you told me black people this way. I have a friend named Sharon, Jamal, Mike, and Steve, and all three of them do not act like the way you told me black people are. So there's more engaging. And people are in the same with blacks now. They're starting to go to schools like to the Buffaloes and to the Binghamtons and the Albanese and the Harvards and the Cornell, and they're starting to see that what they were taught about white people is bullshit too. So it's like there's a whole new generation of people that's coming that's not gonna go for it because they have too much experience with each other. They understand each other, and there's a lot more respect going on now. And I'm loving it. I see it. When I watched the protesting here in New York, I was smiling, man, because I was like, there's a lot of white kids out there, bro. And I'm talking about they're standing with blacks, and it's like, to hell with the BLM. What's wrong is wrong, and what's right is right.
That's bigger than BLM.
And that's what they were doing. They was like, we're here because we're trying to say it's wrong. Period.
See, I'm just against BLM as an organization. I'm obviously not against Black Lives Mattering. That would be some ignorant shit.
Yeah.
For anybody to say Black lives don't matter. Of course they matter.
Right, it's no different than
the only people who are saying that Black lives don't matter are the fucking Aryan Nation, and they're tiny. They're not even a speck on the map.
There's less of them than there are transsexuals. You know
exactly.
what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? People just have to fucking look at other human beings as human beings.
That's all it is, bro.
What's bad is bad, what's good is good, and what's wrong is wrong.
That's all it
matter.
is. Just love people, respect people.
That's like the video I told you about. I told you about earlier, the fucking one they took down because they're always taking my shit down.
Seriously?
This one, I guess I don't know what the transgender person. Okay, walking around in a dress is like, I'm braver than all the veterans and all the fucking. I'm like, listen, motherfucker, just because you decided. I simply said this. I said, just because you decide to stick a dick in your mouth and walk around in a dress doesn't make you any braver than the people who fucking gave their lives for the freedom for you to walk around in the dress, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's disrespectful to even fucking say that. Like, you talking about people that fought for your country.
These people treat these veterans like garbage. You know, they're not worried about the homeless veterans.
You see the video I posted today? At the new house, like, I started my demolition today. The guy that actually lived next door to the house I purchased, he's a veteran, and he's a talker, bro. When I say talker, he talks. So long story short, me being appreciative of that, he's a military veteran. I just listened to him. And he talked my damn ear off, gave it back to me, put it back on, talked it off again, put it back on, talked it off again. And I stayed quiet and I just listened to him. And I let him talk because I said, at the end of the day, I can give him this respect. You know, this man fought for this damn country and helped me get rights.
And a lot of times there's wisdom in that. You know what I mean?
He was a white guy, too, a white guy. And he just talked. He was just talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. And I just let him talk and I listened to him. And he was a very wise guy.
Yeah, because that's the least we can give to them, right?
Yeah.
It's like they go there and they fucking literally give up a part of their life. They give up a part of their mind. And some of them give their lives to fight for our right, to have the right to say what we want, do what we want. And, you know, the least we could do is appreciate them. And I feel a lot of veterans are way underappreciated in the country. And it's sad.
Look in the city. You have a lot of them homeless, bro. You know, I hear the wounded warrior thing. I hear about all of that. But there's no way in hell a veteran should live in the streets. No way.
Right.
No way. Especially you know, like you got a bunch of money that's being spent to send people to the goddamn moon, and you got people here on Earth that's homeless. Like, we got to change this narrative. It's a shitload of money being spent to send somebody to the moon. I don't care if there's aliens.
I got a little bit different take on that a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that this country has a major mental health problem and lack of treatment for mental illness.
I agree.
If you're homeless, it's most likely because you have a mental illness.
I agree.
If you need help, there's places to get help. You have to help yourself. Okay? And you might have a disability, you might have an issue, but if you can't succeed, it's because you have a mental health or a physical disability.
I agree. Steve, you know what it is too? But growing up, right, like me, I was always taught that a man is not supposed to do therapy. I was taught that, you know, you're supposed to hold back and not tell people you're sad or you're hurt. You know, you're supposed to be this hyper masculine guy. And that's how it's taught.
Right. And think about, I don't know if you've watched The Sopranos, but I know Steve has. Think about the first season of Sopranos, how big a deal it was when word got out that Tony was seeing a shrink. It was on the line.
No, he's weak. He's weak. Take him out.
That's that old school mentality.
That's how they taught.
Yeah.
That's how we taught. You know, I did actually therapy about 1.5 years ago, and it taught me a lot about myself. You know, it taught me a lot. You know, like one thing I do see that a lot of people are narcissists. You know, a lot of people are narcissists, bro. inflated ego, all about themselves, you know, and it taught me, even with myself, it taught me that I had mental issues that I had to iron out. And I felt like as I ironed it out, I became more at peace and more happy with myself. You know, I feel like every person that's created, we quote unquote say they're in God's creations. So how could there ever be something called ugly? It might not be my typical cup of tea, but there's no such thing as ugly if we're all created by God, everybody, you know.
And I will say I give you credit for doing that, because
yeah,
the most courageous thing a person might do in their whole life is just going on that first appointment.
That shit was hard. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Especially
I didn't want nobody to know that shit.
It was hard for me.
Nobody know.
I'm 36 now. I was, I think, 21 or 22 when I went for the first time, and it wasn't easy. Even back then, when you're young and you think you're invincible, you know, in my mid 30s, I'm starting to see some signs of mortality. I don't have quite the same mindset as 15 years ago, 13 years ago, but.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, the first thing the guy told me was it took you a lot of courage just to be sitting on the couch across from me right now. So he said, since you're here, you might as well tell me why you're here, and just, I'm only here to help.
And that comes back to communication. The same way you got to communicate with other people, you also have to kind of communicate with yourself and balance yourself and say, have somebody on the other end that has no judgment and is just there as an ear for you to kind of say it to yourself. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna blow your mind. Like, look at this. When I was about 13, I ended up sleeping with a girl that was like 19, 20, right?
Hey, that's an achievement. Good for you.
Yes, but that's how we're taught. But you know something funny? When I went to therapy, he explained to me like, yo, you were raped, and the girl took advantage of you, and I never thought about it like that.
I really don't think like that. I could see how that's technically, I can see how that could be classified as that, but I think if the adult is a woman and it's a boy, I just think it's a beautiful thing myself. But
let me ask you a question: did you put the moves on her? Or did she put the moves?
She put the moves on me.
So maybe you were,
So, but look what he said though. He said, and then what he told me was, he said that you've grown up to not even, like, at one point I didn't even value women like that. Like, I'm talking about. Yeah. The more the merrier. That's how I look at it.
That could distort your perspective moving forward on your relationships with women. So I could see, like, as much as I'm joking and laughing about that, it could be very detrimental, maybe because your brain's still developing, obviously, at that age. And it could have developed your brain to kind of go down the wrong road in terms of how you approach women and what you think of women and that kind of thing.
I had no value. No, I was like, yo. And then especially girls my age at that time, I'm like, y'all sleep with older women. You guys are, nothing.
You're too immature.
Yeah, I mean, listen. I was about that age with Juice knows who I was with, Kako, and we're up in a town. I got a beeper right now, and I'm shining the beeper between our upper skirt. You know what I mean? And Rocky's right there.
A beeper.
A beeper.
Nice. I never thought of that.
Fat Jew, we had these things called beepers.
I know what a beeper is, motherfucker. I had one. No, I didn't have one, actually.
I remember my first beeper, it vibrated, and that was like a big deal that you could set it to vibrate. It was like one of the first ones.
Remember the see-through ones they used to have? That they had cool
mine was see-through blue.
Nice. Mine was see-through clear. And it used to glow. They used to do the colors.
Yeah, I had to smoke gray.
Yep.
And when my friends wanted to be assholes, they would page me with like my ex-girlfriend's number.
you know what became dope with the beepers? When they learn how to page you with words. They learn how to use the numbers to spell out shit.
It's like the most primitive form of text messaging.
Yes.
Yeah.
This shit was creative.
No emojis, but
hey, back then we had emoticons. I don't know if you know the difference.
Yes, I do.
This is before emojis, right? Now everything is an emoji.
That's it. You could talk in emojis now.
Oh my god! He was saying it's funny. He was just saying a minute ago before you, like earlier, he was like, text message can be misinterpreted. If you put the right emoji, it could be feel like this shit is crazy. Like I'm still lost. You know, I'm raising an 18-year-old, so it's like, and I'm still young. I'm 36. I'm about to be 36 myself. So it's like I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, kids nowadays could probably have a full-on conversation without
Text.
typing one letter. Just emojis. Because there's so many of them.
Yeah.
What?
How old did you say he was?
Q, how old are you?
I'd be 36.
36.
I'm older than him.
I guess.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Hey, Fat Jew, you married an older broad?
Oh yeah, wait, you're the cradle
the cradle
robber.
robber.
Yeah, I'm the cradle robber.
It's funny because my girl's a creative robber also. My girl's 40.
Fat
I'll
Jew,
be 37.
Mrs. Fat Jew is older than me too because I'm the same age as Mr. Q over here.
Yeah, we're the same age.
I'm the same age as your girl, 40.
And my birthday's coming up on the 16th of May.
All right, you're a tad older. I'm not till September.
Oh, so we would have been in school together though. We'd have been the same.
Yeah,
grade.
we would have been in the same grade. Yeah.
Yeah. Jew, how old are you?
I'm 31, bro. I'm a baby.
Yo, I swear to God, I thought you was like 34, 35.
A lot of people think I'm older than I am.
And your wife is how old?
36.
It's not that bad. But she's a freak. She's a freak. She like young guys. She's a freak.
Yeah, but only I'm fat, so I can't keep up with the younger one. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny.
Yeah,
as
so
hell.
get a nice young whippersnapper. Mm-hmm.
Yo, you know the only reason why I hate that you left, Simon, is because like literally, I could have been using you for mad of my work up here.
For what?
Mad of the work up here, like all the houses. Yo, Simon's
hell
a
yeah,
business
bro.
guy. I don't know if y'all know he's good with his hands.
I'm
They know you do
very
contracting, right?
very good at building shit.
Oh, yeah, I
He's
tried
good
to
at
get him to come to my basement.
Yeah, he's
Told me
good,
I'm
bro.
coming to Jersey.
I love playing with my wood all
Did
day
you
long.
ever show them the bar you did?
I don't think on here, but I'll show Juice when he comes down here.
Yo, that he killed that shit, bro. I was like, wow, he's talented with his hands.
Indeed. Yeah, my wife says the same shit.
Jewish carpenter.
He's a Jewish carpenter, right?
The way it is, bruh.
That's funny as hell.
Yeah, the Jewish carpenter with a son that was born on Christmas Eve. You can't make this shit up.
Nah, you're right.
Hey,
Listen,
Mike.
guys, let me go because I gotta call my daughter and wish her a good night.
All right, Q.
All right, bro, I
thank you,
appreciate you coming on,
Yo,
dude.
I
man.
appreciate you guys, bro. I had fun.
Come back on soon.
We'll do it
You guys
again,
let me
bro,
know
whenever you
bro.
want.
Whenever.
All right.
Whenever you want.
No problem. All right.
Take care. Yeah, one of my I'll put it this way. One of my best friends that's Jewish. His kid was born on December 25th.
Nice.
I think that if we didn't have to have an emergency C-section, he would have been born on Christmas Day.
I was telling her, please just hold out. And
Well, you know, to many people, Christmas Eve it's the main day over Christmas.
So I guess it worked out better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's usually when you go to mass and shit, right?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, you go to 20. Isn't that when you guys go to like midnight mass? Isn't that what it is?
Yeah, that's what. Yes, but yeah,
Okay,
but
so-
also, like usually on Christmas Eve is usually like the fun night where if you're a Guinea Italian like me, you do the different fishes and you play the music and you do presents on Christmas Eve and you have like a party with your family. And like Christmas Day is more like a small Thanksgiving kind of a day.
Yeah.
But Christmas Eve is like the big deal. That's like what
That's
you look
what we
forward
do
to.
when we're aunt too, right?
On Christmas Eve.
Yeah, yeah. We used to go to her nonna and her aunt's house, and they used to make the fresh mozzarella and all
Yeah,
of the
what's the diet of
Italian
that?
goodies, bro. Let me tell you something. For a Jew, I've experienced a lot of Italian shit, man. Let me tell you. I've made the sauce on the farm. I've, eaten the fresh mozz. Fucking beautiful. Forget about it.
It's, Brooklyn,
Hey,
yeah.
Italians know how to eat. Okay, that's one thing I can tell you. We're known for our soup. That's all we got. We got matzo ball soup.
Matzo
That's
ball too.
Matzo ball soup. That's all we got. You guys got the rest of it.
I don't know. I like your chilling.
Yeah, but that's pretty good too.
You got
And
bagels?
your bread.
Oh yeah, you can't
That's
beat the challah bread,
I
man.
told him I think that challah bread
See,
might be better than Italian
Yes,
bread.
listen, Jews know how to make bread. Okay, I definitely think they top Italians. I don't know if you ever had like real challah bread, bro. It's some good shit. Anyway, what were we talking about?
We're talking about Italian and Jew food, which is that's a show in on itself.
Right. To talk about that shit all day, it's gonna make me hungry though. Give me the munchies. Where did Stevie go?
I don't
I'm
know.
over here.
He disappeared on us.
He's watching porn on the other fucking channel, bro.
Yeah.
Yes. That was a good show, man. I love my boy Q. I'm glad he came on.
He's a good dude.
Yeah, I gave the show a good title too.
Yeah,
What's
I want to learn about his real estate investing.
Yeah,
Really
no.
interested in that.
Yo, let me just tell. The thing about his real estate, he does this, and it's really smart too. Because even if you're going in like small amounts, like he takes small investments for, you know, people who don't have a lot of money to invest, but you still own something. You know what I'm saying? If you invest a
Right.
certain percentage, you're still getting
Actually,
back. And if you have
I-
a bunch of little investments, you're still making good money. He's really smart at what he does.
That's what my good friend that's Jewish does too. He does. He
Yeah.
owns like a lot of things like that.
Like if I was working down there, if I was working up there right now, for him, like I would be involved in all of that shit, and I would be much, you know, better off. But you know, I'm down here, so because like he said, if I was doing all his work, you know what I mean, I would be like, listen, I'll do the work, and you throw a percentage in for me too. You know what I mean? I could do some shit like that, so it would be beneficial for me. But I ain't going back up there.
Yeah, it's not worth. If you're happy down there, you can't.
Yeah, I see. The thing is that money is not going to make me happy. You know what I'm saying? Money can make me happy in certain ways, but it's not going to truly make me happy. You know what I'm saying? It's going to buy me a nice car. It's going to buy me something nice, but I want to be happy with what I'm doing, and I want to be comfortable with what I'm doing.
Right. You have to like your job.
Right.
You have to like where you live.
Exactly. And I love working for myself. It's so freeing. You know, because I'm able to fucking make decisions on my own. I don't have to fucking answer to nobody, and it's nice. Anyway,
You guys look like you're out of gas.
I'm not out of gas. I'm just really stoned. I just smoked some more. So
Yeah, I'm running out of gas, man. I've been working all day. I've been working on the electrical on my basement, trying to get that along.
You were fucking ripping shrubs out before.
Yeah, I was ripping shrubs out before. I was cleaning up tools and bringing them back to my uncle. Crazy bunch of crazy stuff.
nice.
So, a little tired. Then I get to do it all over again tomorrow.
Listen, once we get in a new house, you both got to come down here again.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna have more room. I'm gonna have fucking 3 bedrooms and plenty of space.
Nice.
I even got a pool you could jump in. You get a little too hot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm working on. Like I said, I got my basement's about 1,000 square feet, and I was redoing it. In the middle of redoing it, my uncle got sick, so had to finish it myself and hire a contractor to help me finish.
Right.
So I was trying to. I was like, oh yeah, you're a carpenter. Perfect. Come on up. You're like, no, never again. Just wait till Juice goes south. He's not going to come back.
Let me just tell you, I have so many people.
Away.
I have so many people that have said to me that, like, once they called me for something and I was like, listen, I'm away. You know, I'm in Florida now. You know, and they were like, listen, you ever come back? Some people offered to pay me money for my flight to go up, do the job, and come back.
Yeah, because it's like $200, you know, on a bad day, $87 on a good day.
And I was like, nah, I'm not doing that shit.
You make more money flying up on a Monday, working Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, fly home Friday. You can make more money doing that here and still living there than you can down there.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to go through the fucking, like, I wouldn't want to fly that much. That would fucking drive me.
No, I understand. I'm just saying it's not for everybody, but I'm just saying.
And honestly, with this new mask, like this new mask bullshit, nah.
Oh yeah, you got
because they enforce that shit.
Hey, Fat Jew, you have a plan for the mask on the plane, don't you?
I do. It works most of the time. Okay, and you can test this out if you want. Just take a big bag of chips with you. And just take an hour and a half of just eating chip by chip. And what are they going to say to you? You can't. I'm eating. Leave me the fuck alone. I've gone through the whole flight with my mask down here. I don't give a fuck. I'm just sitting
Sir,
there chipping away.
you've eaten 27 bags of chips, sir.
No, not even that. You just eat very slowly.
No, I'm joking.
You know what I'm saying? Fucking, I don't, nah. And what's crazy,
27 bags of chips.
I told you about this guy that fucking, you know how they have the person, who like tells you, you can go now by the terminal or whatever. This motherfucker went over the mask regulations for like 20 minutes, bro. I wanted to punch him in the face. And of course, he was a little fruity too. So of course he had the fucking twang. He's like, listen, your mask has to be up no matter what. If you're eating, if you're drinking, if you're eating, just put it down and take it. I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up.
Dude, you're going to love my mask when you see it.
It's not that serious.
Listen, in Atlantic City, the law is down here, you have to wear a mask when you're in an indoor space and you're not eating, right? When you're eating, you're exempt. So I was down in Atlantic City. I'm on the casino playing on a slot machine. They come around, they bring me a drink, right? So I take my mask down and I'm drinking and I'm playing the slot machine and drinking. And the guy comes over to me and starts screaming at me in my face. I'm like, first of all, buddy, stop screaming at me because you're gonna have a problem here. I'm like, what's the issue? He's like, you got to put your mask on. I'm like, I got my drink right here, bud. What are you talking about? He's like, well, you got to pull the mask down, take a sip, and pull it back up. I said, no. I said, that's what you want to do. I said, you want to do that? Be my guest. I said, the law is I don't need a mask while I'm eating or drinking.
People, they're mask Nazis, bro. It's literally, it's what they are, and it's so scary because it's only a mask, but the symbolism of it is fucking scary. You know what I mean? Like, just the symbolism of it alone is fucking scary. It's a fucking mask. Like, I'm not sitting here coughing and sneezing on motherfuckers. I'm not sitting here going fucking just like, coughing on everybody. Leave me the fuck alone.
But listen, I'm greater than 6 feet away from you. Stay away from me. Right? There's no need for you to be closer to 6 feet from me, right? The only person that was closer to 6 feet from me was the stupid security guard bugging the shit out of me while I'm trying to gamble. So
it's ridiculous.
There's that.
It's a fucking mask.
Yeah.
And now these people with the double masks, it's like you want to block more air that you need to breathe and live. Like, what the fuck are you doing here? Don't put one filter, put two filters. Make sure you don't get any oxygen, so you're only breathing in carbon monoxide and killing yourself faster.
Right.
And then wondering why you're getting sick.
Your body exhales that out of your system for a reason.
Right.
And it's not to breathe it back in.
Right. I remember saying this in one of my old videos. I'm like, why don't you just take a fucking carbon dioxide tank and just suck on that all fucking day? It's the same thing.
Just speed the process.
Yeah, just let's see what happens. Do that for 20 minutes and let's see what happens. I guarantee you'll die, and not from COVID, you fucking dick. Fucking ridiculous. Fucking people are so fucking blind, so brainwashed.
Hey, Angry Steve, I think I'm gonna let you go, bro. You look like you're.
No, sorry, I was looking at someone on the phone.
I was gonna say you're looking low energy like Jeb Bush.
He's got no juice, bro.
I'm rocking
He's
and rolling.
juiced out.
Hey, as long as you're good, bro.
Yeah. I'll stop looking at emails over here.
Yo, so how drunk are we getting on Friday night?
Oh, Steve, by the way, we got the tickets for that thing with Roger Stone.
Nice. That's awesome. Phenomenal.
Oh, that's going to be a blast. I can't wait.
Dude, that's at the Trumparilla?
Yeah, that's at a bar in Ybor City.
It's like a side part of it.
Nice. So
yeah.
You're going to go meet Roger Stone. You're going to go get open bar.
I didn't even know it includes a picture with him. I just would have paid for the open bar, the $125.
Right? That's what I'm saying. That's not a bad deal for $125. I'm just saying.
I have two versions of this shirt. I might have to wear this shirt to that then. So, like, this is a big this shirt represents like independent journalism, and he'll know the person behind it, that whose show it is.
Nice. I don't know which shirt I'm gonna wear. Yeah, I don't know if I should go fucking redneck or like, Decent.
I'm bringing this shirt and a bunch of wife beaters.
I mean, I wish I had my fucking sweatshirt that said "You're a cunt." I'm just saying, but my wife loves that shit. But plus, it's probably gonna be too hot to wear a sweatshirt. You know what I'm saying?
You just order one of those in a T-shirt. Have it from Amazon. It'll be there in 2 days.
No, bro, this was custom. Yeah, this was a custom sweatshirt. I had it made.
Nice. So, Juice, the question is, how many hats are you bringing down?
I'll probably bring down 3 bathing suits, so 1 hat for every bathing suit, and casual hat for the airplane, and maybe a workout hat. I'm gonna do a couple workouts when I'm down there.
So definitely at least 6, 7 hats.
At least, yeah. That's what I do.
All right.
Hey, man, it's what he likes, bro.
And what's the collection up to now?
I actually had a couple more come in last week. It's probably at like 60.
How many?
Oh, that's not too bad.
It's at least 60. At least I ran out of places to put them.
He does. He has a different hat every time.
See, if I had the fucking bread, I'd be like that with Air Force Ones, bro. There's something about like crazy, wacky Air Force Ones that fucking I'll buy off the shelves.
And going bald helps you want to buy more hats.
Oh, me too, bro. My receding hairline is starting to fucking show too. I used to get a shape up. Now it's becoming a round up. You know what I mean? It went from a shape up to a round up. So I'm not, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it. Hey, God gave me what He gave me. I'm not self-conscious about it, but
no, my forehead's good.
I always like to wear hats anyway. So, and that's like my little shtick. I wear a shirt and a hat when I do my podcast.
Nice. Yo, did it say anything about a dress code?
No, I highly doubt it.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I mean, I don't, I'm not gonna show up there and be like, "Oh, you need a collared shirt." I'll be like, "Get the fuck
you
out."
probably have to have sleeves on your shirt, I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean,
well, I'm gonna wear this exact shirt because I have 2 of them.
Yeah, but
so I'll wear this exact shirt on Friday.
With the one I have that says "Speak your mind or forever shut the fuck up" is sleeveless.
And then like seriously, I'm just wearing this, and then I'm just gonna bring a pack of wife beaters.
That's fine.
And
I'm like 4 blocks from a Walmart,
and a couple different yeah. Before I even get to your house, we got to stop at the Walmart so I can get like my fucking deodorant and toothpaste and stuff.
I got you.
And then I'm just gonna leave it there in case I end up coming back in a couple weeks. I'll still have all the same shit.
Gotcha.
I already planned this out in my head.
Whatever, man. I told you. Whatever you want. It is what it is.
So I'm having the wife fix up the resume for you, Juice.
Oh, nice. I appreciate that.
Yeah, so she'll fix it up, right? Because that's what she does. She says she'll fix it up for you next week, and then I'll submit it.
Yeah, and just say I'm available in like June or whatever.
Yeah.
That way I can take a nice break.
Yeah, take the summer. Go have some fun.
You guys want to end the podcast here, but we'll stay online?
Yeah.
That's fine.
All right, Juice Heads, we're going to wrap it up. Episode 11, Uncommon Sense. Thank you for everyone who joined us live and on the download and on iTunes and Stitcher and Spotify and Google Podcasts. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and peace the fuck out.